Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Communists? Again, whatever we got out there, who the hell knows right now? I'm back. It's Friday. Survived another week. So there's something I wanted to bring up. You guys didn't even call me on last week. I had this bad boy upside down. My Red Kingdom sign was upside down last week when I flashed it, so I better straighten that out. But, I'm not even sure where to start this week. Let's just start here. I got flipped off twice in the last 24 hours. Twice. Those of you that know me, I know are pretty fucking shocked about that, but it happens. Some people like me, some people don't. Some people don't know me, some people don't care. I don't really give a shit either, but So I've decided in my infinite wisdom that all my life I've wanted a Marshall guitar amp because they're the best. And I've just either never wanted to spend the money or whatever. Anyway, I just never bought one. So I decided yesterday I'm going to go get me one. They got a new small practice Marshall that's pretty cool. So I go to turn left. And I've been sitting and I'm waiting, and I've got the flashy yellow arrow, so I can turn whenever everything clears coming from the other way. So me and the guy in front of me, we wait and we wait and we wait and we wait. Finally, it clears. And there's some stupid bitch gets off the curb over here, and she walks across the street, and she's coming up to the middle of the street as I'm coming around, and the one guy goes by, and then I'm coming up behind him. I just barely started moving, and she looks at me, and she flips me off, and she's all talking shit. What? Fuck you, lady. Rolled down my window, and I said, you know what? Fuck you, lady. It's not my fault you're too stupid to know that this means don't walk. How's that my fault? Anyway, I just laughed, rolled the window back up, kept going. So there was that one, and then today I went out and had me some biscuits and gravy, and on my way back, there's one of these little dickheads. I know you've seen these little traffic bullies. They think they're badass, and they get up, if they want your lane, they get up right behind you and just right up on your ass, and they back and forth, and they try to bully you into getting out of their way. Yeah, anybody out there see me getting out of their way? No, I just checked to see, because I got good insurance, and I wanted to see how good his brakes were. So I gave him a little burp, and that made him mad. He got up beside me, he's flipping me off. Some little prick about fucking 23. I'm like, go ahead, get out of the truck. I'll fuck your ass up today. I don't care. So anyway, there was that. So yeah, I got flipped off twice. Not necessarily my fault. I mean, like I said, don't walk. It's pretty easy. You don't even have to be able to speak English to understand that. I've seen Hispanic people standing on the corner, might not even speak English, but they know this means, hey, don't get ran over by a goddamn car. Stay on the curb. I'm always talking about people that have limited mental awareness. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's do some more of this from last week. Boy, we twisted some panties up and wrung them out pretty good last week. And nobody really bitched. About 80 people watched the video, and nobody called me an asshole, so I guess I must have said something right. This amuses the living shit out of me right here that our boy Tucker Carlson kicked the NBA's ass by about 3 times in ratings. That's pretty funny. I think that maybe eventually these people like Dick's Sporting Goods and some of them, and that little prick to profit, you'd think that they'd understand that, there's hundreds of millions of us that do think the president's doing a good job. When you start talking shit about us as a group, we stop spending our money in your store. And, I've heard people say, oh, well, who the hell was I can't remember who that guy was the other day, said that he doesn't want Trump supporters shopping in his stores. All right, no problem. I got that covered. So, there's been a lot of talk about, the Democratic National Convention is on, and oh yeah, we're going into that for goddamn sure today. There's a reason why they're doing most of that remotely is because I don't think they could afford the amount of fly spray that it would take to get the shits off there, get the flies off the dumpster fire that turned into. I mean, some of the lies coming out of that are just unbelievable. Before we get into all that, I want to go over this. I downloaded this the other day, a story that I was reading. Everybody wants to talk about how Trump hasn't done anything. Well, you know what? He's helping with our drug prices, and that's probably part of the reason why they're after him so much. He's pissing off a lot of people with a lot of money, and Big Pharma is one of them. I think everybody just take a little gander at that right there. And I'll tell you the story behind it. This poor lady had an allergic reaction to something, right? So she goes down to the emergency room because I guess she was starting to have a little difficulty breathing or whatever. So she went down there, and as we all know, they'll make you sit out there. If you don't have a gunshot wound, which you should probably just shoot yourself in the leg if you go in there, you'll get seen a lot sooner and you probably won't die. So she goes in there and sits in their emergency room for probably 2 or 3 hours. They charged her $29.31, almost $3,000 to sit in there. Plus the guy that probably saw her for about 3 seconds when she finally got in the little room in the back, where they administered Benadryl, drugs code right there for $573 for some Benadryl. That seems a little exorbitant, if you ask me. IV therapy, that's a saline bag. $1 it costs about to make one of those. Yeah, $1,456.56. She paid a total of $4,960.56 to go in and get a Benadryl and an IV bag. Boy, that seems fair. Good thing my president's working on that because the last one didn't. So let's talk about some of the bullshit they've been trying to get people to buy at the Democratic National Convention. This right here, wow, Democratic Convention recap. I'm reading this because I couldn't memorize all this crap. Bill Clinton told us what a president should or shouldn't do in the Oval Office. Andrew Cuomo told us all about successful crisis management. John Kerry informed us what successful diplomacy must look like, and Bernie spoke about the danger of dictators. Bernie Sanders, really? Okay, whatever. And then you got this dumbass right here, this lady out of Sally Yates. Apparently she thinks she's brighter than she really is. Says public servants promise to defend our Constitution, uphold our laws. Hey, knock it off. Wanting to play ball. Dad's a little busy right now. She's not happy about it. She says public servants promise to defend our Constitution, uphold our laws, and work on behalf of the American people. But from the moment President Trump took office, he's used his position to benefit himself rather than the country. You know, I understand. I did another little experiment. You know, I like to experiment on things. I did a little experiment the other day, and I watched MSNBC for about 10 minutes. That's all I can handle because I was ready to blow my face off. There's a reason. I kind of am beginning to understand why some of you think that Trump is a rapist and a racist and an asshole, and he's this and that and the other thing, and probably, eats puppies at midnight. I mean, Jesus, some of the things I hear about Trump from you people are ridiculous. But if you listen to MSNBC or CNN, you understand why it's that way. Is because they preach, I hate Trump all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Damn the news. We don't have, no. Trump is responsible for every bad thing that's happened ever, according to them. And so I understand if you watch them all of the time, then that's what you know, or you think you know anyway. And, you should probably look around a little bit. I told my wife last night, I decided I'm going to write me a book. So you might be able to find that at a bookstore by the time it's published. But I'm going to write this book. It's about these cousin humping hillbillies from down south in Arkansas or somewhere, and they went on a crime spree for 40, 50 years, this crime spree, and they were all across the country and around the world, and they became kind of high-ranking officials in the Democratic Party, and they've killed a few people, like 50-something from what I understand. That's all just hearsay, we don't know. But so the name of this book, I think, could be Slick Willie and the Teflon Pantsuit. I think it'd be the best name for that book, and I think we all know who I'm talking about. I'll probably get taken out for that one, but I thought that was pretty funny, though. It just seems funny to me that the Democrats claim that they know how to fix the planet, but yet have you seen their cities? They're shitholes. There's garbage everywhere. There's human shit in the street. There's needles and stuff. I mean, yeah, you know how to fix the environment, but you can't fix your own city. Joe Biden claims that he knows how to fix the economy. He hasn't fixed shit in 47 years. He's fixed his retirement plan, I'm pretty sure, but other than that, I really don't think he's done much. And then they claim that Joe is going to stop the coronavirus. Well, of course he is, because let me give you a little scenario. If Joe and Kamala were to get elected, and yeah, I pronounced that just the way I wanted to, thanks very much. If they were to get elected, the coronavirus would just, it's over. They cured it, folks. Oh, they'd be patting themselves on the back, hand jobs all around. Boy, it'd really be something if because they'd stop testing and the numbers would just drop. And that'd be that, which, it's probably going to happen about, November 4th when the Trump train runs over their asses anyway. They might as well just give that shit up. But, it baffles me that Stalin and Castro could be running for president right now, and some of you fuckers would run right out and vote for him because they're not Trump. Well, that just shows ignorance. I mean, if you hate Trump, I don't know Trump personally, but you know what? I've watched the guy's career since the time I was a kid, basically, when he was turning New York City into something respectable other than a bunch of peep shows and pimps and hookers, kind of revitalized Manhattan, and he's done a good job. I've watched him do a lot of good things for a lot of people. I've watched him get awards, and this is back before he was ever in politics. I've watched him get awards for, like Rosa Parks and, doing great things for the African-American community. Well, has anybody else done anything for the African-American community, including the Democrats? No, probably not, and let's talk about Donald Trump's record. Yeah, lowest black unemployment in the history of this country. So, maybe some of you people ought to educate yourselves a little bit more before you start talking shit. I see a lot of people that say bad things about Trump and they don't even know. You know, Lori Lightfoot, mayor of Chicago, yeah, she banned protesting on her street. But everybody else can get shot and killed. That's fine. I'm just tired of the hypocrisy, and now the homeschooling thing. There's some school in Tennessee that's asking parents to sign a waiver to not look over the shoulder of their kid while they're at school because someone who's not qualified might, see something that they're not supposed to see or whatever. I'm like, well, what the hell does that mean? What exactly would they be showing my kid on a screen that I'm not supposed to see, that I'm not qualified? Get the hell out of here. I mean, there's just some shady shit going on. And, as far as I'm concerned, this is how my Republican ass feels about all that. I'm tired of it, and it needs to go away. I've kind of probably taken up enough of your time as it is today. I've talked about pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, I just, maybe they can put out that dumpster fire with some more of Hillary's loser tears. I heard her the other day saying that, well, Kamala and Joe could win by 3 million votes and still lose. Well, yeah, it's called the Electoral College, and it's there for a reason. It's so that New York and LA do not elect the president every year. It's a good thing. So get over it and relax, Hillary. If you take out the dead people and the illegals, that 3 million, you didn't even win. So even the popular vote. So relax. Anyway, I got some stuff to do, so I'm going to get off of here and let you guys enjoy your weekend. So everybody have a good weekend. Try to enjoy yourself. Don't choke to death on that goddamn mask. I'm out. I'll see you next week.